Now tell us a bit more about this Puak Payong. I know Puak stands for Persatuan Untuk Anak Kita. What actually motivated you to set up this NGO?
Okay, so I'm a pharmacist by profession, and but people know me as, beside the dog event, people also know me as a child advocate. So basically, what I do is protecting children. But in Malaysia, we have so many child group friendly, and we thought, and it's all scary because it's all about cases and all that. So we create this NGO to be a bit more neutral and a bit more happy place where we are promoting and advocating safe spaces for children to be in. So basically, it's not just cases. So it so happened that Pua also in English means tribes. And children have imagination and all that. When they hear tribes, and then they start thinking about Red Indians and all that, and it creates another safe space for children to be themselves, right? So, so that was all what Pua was supposed to be, to advocate for safe space. However, if I can explain a bit more, and it's only less than 2 years, so over the months that I've been actively involved, we also realized that for children to have safe spaces, family also should be mindful and also be well fed, and they have a house to live and all that. So hence, we had to go into poverty eradication. Because if the environment is safe, they have enough food to eat, then the children will not be touched or hurt in any way, and they wouldn't cry.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why Puak was up and about, and right now I'm so glad that it's doing really well, to the level that I didn't expect it to be.
Okay. But I've been following you on Facebook for a while now. You not only do good things for children, but anyone in need of help. And you've been very, very busy this MCO period or PKP period. Tell us what you've been doing under your NGO.
Okay, so Pua, we actually have a plan, like all other NGOs. They have the plan for the year, and then so we have allocated money to do all this plan. But just because of MCO doesn't mean that we stop. And I don't want that money just to be stagnant. You know, people give us the trust. Our sustainability is based on people's trust and donation. So what we did was we used the money to actually help families. And that is what happened, and it actually snowballed to a number that I will share later. But the thing is, what we are doing right now, as we said, our focus is family with children. And even though, Linda, you say it's everyone, but then everyone is somebody's brother, father, uncle, grandfather, which have a relation to a child.
Yeah.
So to make sure the child is protected and safe, we do have to help families. So that is what we have been doing. The only thing that is different is I put a stand to stay at home. So I have to be a bit more creative. My NGO is very small. There's only 3 of us working for all the work that you've seen. And also that at home, I'm actually housing an elderly man who's 72 years old. So because of that, I couldn't be in a place at risk, because then the person that I'm helping in my own home will be at risk. So when we first thought of that, we still use our social media platform to advocate. All this thing that you've heard, if you can hear, these are all admission and people asking for help. So if I miss 20 minutes, it will be 48 messages. So every day. So what we are doing right now is helping family to actually understand, or to help them financially. We only give financial help, but the best thing is for them to get the financial help, they have to go through screening process, and we actually teach about 3 main things: how to stretch your ringgit, how to make more activities with you and your children so you don't get stressed up, mindfulness. And lately, we've asked about dietary and eating habits. So the money may be small, around 150 to 400 ringgit per family, but the input that we actually understand about family all over the country is invaluable. So I like to hold on to it, and all of them become my follower after that, where we teach more about handling children. Yeah. What we do is we actually help family, and using funding, we get more information. And that is what I think we should learn from. So I don't see COVID, I don't see this as only negative. There's a lot of positivity about this and understanding people better. And the hardest part in this process is actually adhering to good manners. Everybody's rushing, everybody's hungry. So I actually have to hold on first, saying that, hello, Tuan Sai, I need help. I said, okay, nice that you know my name, but can you introduce yourself? And people get, I'm hungry and you're asking ridiculous questions. I said, I'm very sorry, but this is mannerism, blah, 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 blah. So that is what we are doing.
So besides giving money, you're trying to educate these people as well, which is great, I think. Because
I think
money doesn't come for free, right?
money doesn't come from free. Information is important. That's why a lot of people who follow me on Facebook, they kind of like it because you get to see pictures and you get to see all this new knowledge that we never thought of. And I don't think I do it in a way that ridicule the people in need. It was more about understanding, and they have different knowledge than us. They're not ill-educated. They just have different survival knowledge. And I think that we should learn from them as well, which is what we are trying to do. So we've been sharing recipes that is cheap and all that. So, and it's actually picked up well with others, even though I don't cook at all. So, but we want people to share this knowledge. And I think that is the positive test that we're going through here.
Now, I mean, you have a full album of people needing help on your Facebook, right, during this COVID-19 MCO time. So how do you really see through the people who truly need help, or do you help everyone that comes through to you?
Every day, it's around, maximum was 120 applicants per day. But on average, we help only about 20 to 26 people a day. So you see about 80 would say no to it. So the first one, we actually tell them that these are the rules of applying. It means your face and everything will be on Facebook and all that. So half of them will say no to that already. Okay, no judgment made. So done. And the one that says yes, and they put their photos and all that, they will be in subject before the money comes in for about 4 to 6 hours. So at that time, their local neighbors who actually see, then they can contact me if they think, no, this is not true, you know, she's a liar, this family is not, things like that will come in. So far, I've only had less than 10. So it has been genuinely out there. And then we normally, they can request whatever they want, but normally I say that it's around 1 week supply. So at that time, we look into mathematics. So if you earn only 1,000 a month, and then you say you need 400 ringgit for your food a week, so then we'll educate them, say, come on, you only earn this much, every week you can only have this much. And in this period, you have to learn how to make do with the little you have. So that's the first part of educating. So you see, and then most of them, if they cannot handle me blabbering about all this, then they say, then no need. Then they will also go out after all the thing that I have to go through. But at least I managed to educate them. So, so the thing is, you cannot lie, because you can lie. But when you say, oh, I have 7 children, so I say, okay, take a selfie now, do number 2. And then when they take selfies, only 5. What's happened to the other 2? You said 7, I need to give money for 7 people. Oh, the other 2 doesn't live with me anymore. Ta-da! So I said, so, you know, and then there are people say that I'm from Sabah and I'm here in KL, so I've been here for years, so I need help. So for Sabah, Sarawak, and Labuan, I have a different person helping me out since KP4. So he'll be different. It'll be a different line. But when they say that, they can actually, you know, they can be sneaky. They can try for Sabah, they can try for KL. So if they say then KL, say how long? Oh, 2 years. Any children? Yeah, 10 years old. Okay, where is your child textbook? Or, you know, because there's a logo of the school. They cannot show it. So I said, oh yeah, but he's not studying anymore. Ta-da! So I said, I'm sorry. I don't think so. You know, you better tell me the truth. Oh yeah, my son is not with me. He's in Sabah.
So you're pretty strict when it comes to all these things. You want proof.
Oh my God, they call me Garang, Linda. They call me Garang. It takes me 30 minutes per family. And that doesn't include the video calls, the calls, and all that to actually see, because I need to find not how pity you are. I need to find how great you are at this time, even though you ask for help, but you're trying. So a lot of mothers, especially the mothers who wrote to me, they talk about how their diapers, the baby diapers is used many times, and how is they plan their menu. I love those things, and that deserve every ringgit. So if people say they might cheat, they might get from 5 other people, you know what? It will never make them multi-millionaire rich. And it will always, if they are not good in managing their finance, they will finish. But they can only ask from our help only once.
Okay. Only once. All
I
right.
see. Right.
And you will help them plan out their financials as well. Not everyone.
Normally,
Not every family.
no. After they get the money, they actually have to provide me with the receipt of the things they buy with my money and also the items. So the items, like the other day, there were like 3 sets of Yakult and Vitagen. And I said, well, come on. I said, you can buy 1 set, not 3. Come on. So that's the part where you start educating. If they buy properly and you can see from the purchases, so you know that, good. But most of them have no fruits. So then that's the hard part. So we're creating another small person that I'm trying to finance her financial, and she's going to call every family to ask, why don't you buy fruit? So we're going to get real data after end of COVID to understand this family, why they don't buy fruits.
Maybe it's a luxury to them, fruits.
Maybe, we don't know.
Yeah.
We can only know through asking. So we are hoping to get more data out of this and out of the public funds used for this.
Okay. Now, I noticed that recently there was a young lady who reached out to you for help, and she was heavily criticized by your followers for, seemingly looking like she didn't need the financial aid, right?
Yeah,
Would you like to comment? Would you like to comment on that case?
Well, okay. First of all, I never judge a photo because I don't know, but
I mean, look, listening at you vet through all your people, I'm sure you have vetted through her and put it up on your Facebook knowing that she needs the help, right?
Actually, right, if I put a different photo of her looking down or things like that, it would have been different.
True.
But because she was in a car with a Chanel earring, a base, So, but I actually took that one quite seriously because I've helped her before a year ago. And I've already scrutinized her finance and all that. And she was fair. She just wanted a small amount, 150 ringgit, and she wants to pay back. But she's young and she knows that she's young. She wants to pay back. And of course, the last time, there was no face, right? So this is the first time that I put faces because people need to vet because I'm at home. So when that happened, of course, yes, she went through the same process, 150 ringgit. She explained to me why she needed, and I posted every single word she said to me, and it's all there for public to read. So the other side of educating manners is also not to judge. And occasionally I do that. Very, very mean of me, but I do that, and you have to. And I put it out there, and she was cool about it because I asked, I'm going to put your face on Facebook, is this the face that you wanted? You might get marriage proposal instead of money, sugar daddies and such, it actually happened to a lot of our single mothers, actually. And so she said, okay, because I got nothing to hide, this is me, And when that happened, so it was, I read all the comments, and I felt very sad, but I actually educate every one of it. Okay. And I said that if you don't want to donate, it's fine, and if you feel that much about where she lived, then I'll take it out of my own pocket money, which is fine, but I think that you should look back at yourself feeling so entitled, and you think this girl is entitled? Look at yourself who felt so entitled that you can penalize another human being. And what does that affect others? So I brought it down, and then I explained, and she replied saying, I'm so sorry I had to do extra work on site, but you know what, but I really need the help, and thank you so much. I can return back the money if you need, and I said, no. But she did get a lot of help. During the time, a lot of people call up and provide sustenance for her, not just money. And it went well, but it was a big lesson learned, and I had to actually someone in the process, but we Malaysian, we need to actually feel it that we get it. So it wasn't a big deal to her, as long as her feelings are not hurt, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, but it's just people judging, right? But I mean, when you put people's pictures out, do you feel like you're putting them out there to be judged?
Well, I think I'm the queen of being judged after dog events, so I know how it feels like. Right? So I'm the last person to ask that question, but protection is still important. And actually, a lot of them felt exposed, right?
Yeah.
So I actually asked, do you actually really need help? And they explained, and I said, you should be proud because the things that you write are the real things that they don't understand. Only you go through that. And for the listeners out there, you actually have to know they don't just get this 200 ringgit.
Mm.
They get people around them actually calling them up, asking how they are, and they actually get more groceries than you can imagine. And
Okay.
most of them actually say stop, or they will call me up, can I give it to someone else? Because I think others can, but they don't have a handphone, they don't have an account bank, they cannot write well, they cannot spell, and they start giving to others. So again, don't judge. You never know. So the
Yeah, because I
benefit.
understand you put their address and all that up there as well, right? So it's more of like community helping the community as well.
That's all I want. Well, the only thing is if they're single mothers or they have too many young children, so I normally don't put the full address, just their area, because danger still happens. Yeah.
Of course, yeah, safety first, right? But speaking of safety first, right? You leave your WhatsApp number on Facebook for all to see. Are you not worried for your own safety?
Well, we normally get during this period, I normally get people who are annoyed, any adun or ketua kampung, they will call me up screaming at me saying that I've helped them already, you already embarrassed my kampung, blah, 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 blah. And I just smile because I have to remember this is the time to teach manners. So yeah, that's one thing. But yeah, no, I don't really felt threatened about the phone thingy because I don't go off my phone. And I think I'm getting used to it, so I can sleep through the ringing. I just have to remember which ringtone goes to who, and then I will wake up and pick it up. No. So far it has not, but it has been hacked before. So somebody had take my conversations and all that, especially on child cases. So I'm a bit worried of that and how technology actually is also a dangerous tool. So I'm very careful and not being too naughty over the phone.
Okay. But do you get more messages now during the MCO?
Yes, I do. I do for various reasons, mostly for financial aid. We also I still do a lot of work for child protection, right? So that one too. And I'm not really good with adults. Okay, I don't have patience for adults so much. So if I have women calling up saying that my husband's staying with their second wife, so I'm so lonely and blah blah blah, and I just don't know what to talk about. And I say, nice. So I think there are services available on phone, so they can actually go and talk to. So we do know that now. So yeah, so I'm very uncomfortable with that. So but it happens.
Okay, but what are some of your concerns right now for your children, for those in the vulnerable community?
I'm so afraid that they are living with their own perpetrator in the same house. So I try not to think about it so much. If not, I go bonkers. But I also think that parents, they're already scatterbrained in trying to put food on the table. But they have to remember that every moment children look at them is an education opportunity, and every moment is educating people. That's the part that I'm worried that parents do not take the time to actually be with their children and use this time. It's been nearly about coming to 6 weeks. Oh no, 6 weeks over already. So what have your child learned? You have to think about that as well. So that's what I'm worried about. It may not be something huge, but I'm telling you, these are small bits and pieces that build a person. And in 6 weeks, you can actually teach a lot of things.
Like?
For instance,
just life
okay,
skills?
Well, that's a bit too high. I haven't learned any life skills doing this so far, but I haven't learned cooking by myself yet. But it was more things like if you get stressed up or fighting over the TV remote, negotiation skills, and how you actually deal with things like that, and your children are looking at you. If you keep on shouting to get what you want, the children will start shouting to get what they want. So don't you think that people have to be a bit more mindful? And you know what? Don't come and tell me that, oh, I have no job now, financially tight. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Same story with everyone. So what makes you special and different is yourself. and how your children look at it. So I've done a lot of quizzes with children to get a gift, and I ask children, it's MCO, so what are your dream food for fasting month? And children actually answered simple stuff. And I said, why? Why do you want to only have hot Milo? Because we cannot have it anymore because of MCO, because our father says it's expensive. So if I only have one more hot Milo for fasting month, I would be happy. Where can you teach that? So I kudos to the family, and I asked Milo, go send one packet to this family. You see, so apparently the parents called me up. No, it's not that we don't have money to inside. The nearby shop have no more stock because a lot of people start hutang, so he cannot get new stock. So you learn another thing. So you see, and I thought that, and how understanding the child is about all this. So where can you get this? I cannot even fabricate this kind of stories, you see? So what we can do is teach Malaysia how grateful we are for having Malaysians helping Malaysians. That's where Rakyat Tolong Rakyat comes about. So can you imagine your question about what kind of skills? Oh my God, it can be abundance because it's what you learn on an everyday basis. Now, husbands now tend to know that it's not easy to keep up with a clean house. Now they know, most of them, they say, yeah. And then I'm grateful over hotel toiletries nowadays because that's all I'm using. And but I also learned that for me myself, I also learned that this is a test to myself to be a bit more patient, know more about your neighbors and all that. So yeah, who knows?
I mean, I'm sure you've seen your fair share of like really bad situations, right?
We call it challenging situation.
Yeah, challenging situation, right? Can you share with us a case that you have handled that have touched you deeply, that you have learned a lot from?
Oh my God. So a lot of people like to follow Instagram or things like that. I follow one family who has no social media. And that family, I've given them financial aid. And today has been day 4 or day 5 of fasting month. So they take photos of what they eat every day with that amount of money. And the first day was rice and fried egg. And I thought, okay, you will get your money soon, because his bank is a local bank, and it took us to transfer, and the process takes about 4 days because there was a Saturday, Sunday. So it takes 4 days to get the money. That's one. And then the other thing is he needs to go out to go there, and that would take about 2 hours to the nearest bank. And so there was challenges in that. So he said, it's okay. At least I know there's money. And we will make do. So first day, nasi putih, telur goreng. Second day, no more telur goreng. It's just nasi goreng with garam, salt, and ajinomoto. And that was it. And the third day, got the money. So he got them nasi putih, telur, and there was this mee sedap. It's a mee goreng kind of thing, mee sedap, to be eaten with rice and sausages. Day 4, which was yesterday, he added in Pepsi, a bottle for a family of 5. So, and I said, but you have the money. Why can't you buy something good like protein and all that? We have no fridge. I've forgotten about things like that. And I said, but when I video called them, the children were laughing, and they were asking about the painting behind me, and they were asking, wow, the light is so bright because they use candles. And I keep on learning. So where do you do your homework? We do it at school during daytime. So because we cannot do it at night at home. So you see, that was like invaluable. Where if you really want it, you will go and get it. And I want to bring them out to Malaysians, but of course being judged, this must not be in Peninsula. In Peninsula, it's not like this, blah, blah, blah. But do you really care about that? And if I find one in Peninsula, which I did in Johor, 1 basin, 4 Maggi, eaten together with a family of 5. And that was their last food for breakfast. What do you want to say about that? And to me, I was thinking, what about hygiene to begin with? But it was about educating. So we educate. Nobody would like to, fabricate a photo that way.
Yeah.
So we learn. So I don't cry anymore. If you ask me that, it's been how many years I've been doing this. I don't cry anymore. I say, "Oh, very good. So why basin?" And I will ask the first question, why basin? Because rumah bocor, so we use the baldi. Oh, if not, it's the baldi. So I say, why baldi? So but actually enjoy having conversations with people. And since we teach manners on introducing yourself, introducing myself, so they know, now they know my name is Syed Azmi, and they can call me to just talk about how they feel. Children can call me through the third number to talk about what they do today as a homework for getting the cash. So children can call me up talking about their hopes and dreams and all that, and we talk about how to achieve them during MCO. Yeah.
Nice. But what keeps you motivated? I know you said you've been doing this for a while now, Syed. What keeps you motivated to keep doing what you're doing?
On the child protection side is I don't like when people say, "Oh, I'm so glad my home is safe. We do our children is going to be safe under my house. I'm glad I only have boys. I'm glad that my girls are religious." Okay, things like that. I want to change that, and I haven't achieved that yet. And then MCO happened. So during MCO, I think that what keeps me going are my funders, the public, who the more money they put in, then the more work for me. So I have to finish it off. That's that what keeps me going. But seriously, because of this medium now, and we got more rural or Malay crowd people, Malay speaking people who follow me now, I find a new kind of set of group, not just the English speaking ones, to educate. And if I stop now, it will go downhill. So I have to actually keep that momentum going. And they teach me so much actually, and I enjoy every bit pieces of time that they are teaching me. So what keeps me going is just knowing that, and I'm not bored, so I don't have the feeling of oh my God, cooked up in the house, you don't know what to do and blah blah blah. I don't have that yet. I don't know what day is it, but I'm happy. I'm happy enough to know that I can continue doing this. Hopefully not for long, because I think we all need to go outside.
Yeah.
So yeah, that keeps me going.
Okay.
Do you feel overworked though? I mean, it looks like the work is increasing. I see a massive book in front of you of notes. You're getting calls nonstop, messages nonstop.
These are
like,
the numbers.
Oh my goodness! So it looks like the work is increasing. Are you planning to? Grow? Grow the operations, because you said there's only 3 people.
Yeah. So yesterday we just asked another person in Sarawak to actually continue this work in Sarawak, Sabah, and Labuan. So I'll see more than that right now. And then, but it's still my Facebook, so I still have to see. I still have to copy paste and all that. So it's the same. It's more work now. But we never really know our brothers and sisters in our Borneo island actually. And I thought that this way we can learn much more. It's not about the sympathy, you see, it's about the knowledge and about how much they can teach us. And I don't want to miss that. If you ask me, there are days that I feel like just like, I don't want to pick up another call, or when I'm just too happy for something myself, and I just would like to concentrate on me for once. So I do have those moments where I feel like, oh, can I just watch another movie? I haven't watched Netflix during this MCO, when everybody's talking about watch this, watch that, and I just say, what? So I haven't got the time to do that. So I missed it. Yes, overwork. Yes. I haven't forgotten to take showers sometime. Toilet breaks is the difficult part. And but other than that, I was hoping that it's going to be worth it, not just for me, but for all our followers. Even money cannot buy that. And I know, but the only problem is, I think there's too much of it on my Facebook. I don't think people really want to read that all the time. So I have to interlace it with my own stuff, like look at my plant today, or let's talk about my ass cheeks for the day, and things like that. So then we'll go back to basics about life in general, and then okay, now come, let's go back to my work. So occasionally I do that. People know that I'm cheeky and naughty at the same time, so I don't want to miss that essence of myself.
Okay. I keep hearing about education. I think you think education is the key, even for adults, even for your followers, and even for yourself, right? Doing this is educating the whole entire community about the plights of these people.
Yes, yes, very much. And actually about yourself too. I mean, now it's not the time that if you used to spend 200 ringgit a week, now is the time to actually try to cut down to 150. And then a lot of people say that now we finally realize that there are things that we really don't need in the house. A lot of people are doing spring cleaning.
Yes.
A lot of them are calling me, when is your next free market? Where can we send this? Where can we send that? So people are trying to live with less. See, and it's all part of education as well. Anything can be knowledge, right? So this is the time, instead of just becoming a couch potato and watching the TV or things like that, this is the time to actually look at yourself, look at your home that you built, that's full of material world and stuff, and how would it actually give more value to yourself, your family, and others. So for me, I feel like Christmas because I keep putting all these things that I know is so nice, and I wrap it up, and they put it aside. If there's a lucky draw, I'll donate that. If there's this, I'll give this. You know, so I'm enjoying it because I see things and I say that that's a lot of things that we don't need. So we are trying to. This is the part where we start educating others. I know it sounds like a broken record by now, but this is how we improve ourselves. If you want to get into the new norm, it's not just by buying a new diary calendar. You see. It actually starts from you to change. What time do you wake up? Like my, the one that was receiving help, they know I'll call them at 7 o'clock in the morning. Why you're not up? You say you're not rich, so you have to get up now. So they know I would call them at 7. So, and it's all about that, really, you know? So I think that's how we should do it.
How do you handle the frustrations though? I mean, like you're such a small operation. I'm sure things get to you sometimes.
And I feel like you're parenting all these people, right? You're a parent to all these families.
Like that.
It must get to you. Yeah,
as a parent to 2 children now at home, I'm already pulling my hair out, and you're a parent to like 100 over families that need reminding to do this, to do that. Don't you get overwhelmed?
I do actually, but by the time you're done with one family, another family pops up, right? So that family deserves my utmost attention. So being a pharmacist, you're so good at, how do you do, sir? How can I help you today? Like that. So I guess that is my skill that I have. But to prove you guys that I'm still human, yes, I do get frustrated. So sometimes if I type to them on WhatsApp, and I'll just, if I use the word, first was che, and then I go up a bit like, puan, and then go up a bit, it becomes makcik. So if I put makcik there, they already know that I'm already like impatient, like makcik. So they know that I'm impatient. But other than that, I just have to laugh at myself because this is my own doing. So my partner would say that, then stop lah. So why you have to put yourself through this? Stop lah. So I said, no, cannot. Okay, now you know why. Get back to it. So I have to say that to myself. I got no other reasons to stop. Yeah.
So what can we as ordinary Malaysians do to help those in need, or to help you?
Actually, thank you for that opportunity. Actually, this talking to everyone and actually talking to different set of people is a big thank you from me myself. To you guys, because it's been a while since I talked about other things. But I have to say that use our senses, our observation, what we see, what we hear, what we say. Be careful and be mindful of that. That is the first thing that I want all Malaysians to actually do. Because everybody have a chance to do something. And when people say that, oh, I have money, I would like to donate, things like that, I normally don't jump into that so much. But I would like to say to everyone, there's 5 things you can donate. There's time, energy, knowledge that you can share and you can use. And the smallest is actually money, because it's easy, you just take it out. And the biggest that everybody have, and nobody really use it, are prayers. So these are the 5 things you can donate. If you have money, you donate money. If not, you have the time to educate people, to use your muscle body to help. this and that, do it. If not, then you can just say good prayers. Enough saying negativity. If you don't like someone, or if you don't like some people do the way they do, don't like the government or the politician, then you pray for good stuff. Pray that they will go through this instead of saying the negative ones, because it will eat you. So honestly, from Puak Payung, when people ask, how can I help you? Having that conversation, sometimes say that, okay, speak fast, what do you want to say? Because I've got other things to do here. I normally say that, do what's right, clean your heart. And I was thinking, okay, enough. You know what you can do? You actually can clean your house, look at the things around you, plan something, do good, ask about your neighbors, call your parents. So many things you can do, but about good manners. And this is the time to polish. And good manners doesn't mean you have to finish rewind watching Downton Abbey and stuff like that. You know, good manners is just go back. Just go back to your core and your values and actually see whether if it hurt others, then it's not good. Other than that, Puak Payung do welcome donations, but we would like to say that what we want is actually go through the album of all these people that I vectored. And actually that money that you want to donate, if there's people around that place, around that album that is around your area, then call them first, ask what they need. Don't just suddenly buy spring chicken because they might not have a fridge. So just call and ask, how are you today? And to me, that would be the best part. If people would like to donate to Puak Payung, I'm welcome. But the thing is, you know, it sounds so easy and I don't want that. I want you to put out your 10 ringgit and you know where it's going and you do it yourself. Honestly, that's the best for me and Puak Payung, honestly. We are very blessed so we do reports. Every 2 weeks we have a report. So the first one was we spent 134,000 ringgit from public fund to help for the first 2 weeks. And then the second PKP MCO, we spent 170,000. And yesterday, the last for the third PKP MCO, we spent 150,000 ringgit. So, but out of that, people say, wow, you got so much money. I say, the money is nothing. It's the knowledge. Learn from them. That's where we are getting at. So I hope, Malaysia, don't just support me, just support all NGO. You can question them, whatever you want. You deserve to know where your money goes. Okay? And join them if you can. But honestly, if I can actually vouch for something, I think staying at home rocks for now. Nothing else matters. Stay at home is still the best that you can do for the country.
I think we're all hermits here. We're all enjoying staying at home a little bit too much.
Really? Well, okay, you don't have to record this later, but I like it. You don't have to wear underwears anymore. You know, it's the best. Anyway, going forward.
Okay, Syed, final question. For you personally, what is the most rewarding thing for you about doing what you're doing right now?
People don't know that actually the will to do something is within them. Because they're scared, because they're not sure. So my tagline has been, be a doer. I call myself a small lamb so that I look back at myself, and when I say small lamb, I imagine that it's small, so I don't become big-headed. So that's me. But when I put the word be a doer, if you're not sure, you learn. If you're scared, you try. You know, and our NGO, we supported a lot of new underground underdogs NGO. The reason why is we allow them to fail their project because there's a learning curve in that. So that has been my mantra. Like, if you don't try, you never know. And what's the worst thing you can happen when you want to ask even is just say no. That's the worst thing that can happen. But no one can push you aside because you dare to try. So I guess that's the only thing. I mean, I tried so many projects. Like today, there'll be a Louis Vuitton bag up for a competition. I think somebody donated it for a competition. That if you can give me the most tips how to stretch your ringgit from a housewife point of view, wins. And I thought that I want to know that. So you'll get a Louis Vuitton bag, and that person at first wanted to donate to me and to auction for something. And I said, why not you do this? Then you pick the winner and then you post the gift. and you get to get new friends. And she said that wow, so then she'll try something new. Because enough of old methods. This is the time you can explore, and that nothing worse can happen unless you try.